What's going on, guys? It's Sitting25 here, and welcome back to another episode of our Mystery Dungeon Red Rescue Team playthrough. In the last episode, we went to Mount Steel to rescue a little Diglett that was kidnapped by a Skarmory, and we ended up then soon after getting access to friend areas and also recruiting a friend in Magnemite. And today, we're going to be just going to do some rescue jobs. You can see we got them here. I haven't taken them yet, of course, but I gotta go to town and stuff and get everything all ready before we go anyway, so that's fine. And then we're gonna get some more here. Every day Pelipper does come to drop off mail for you, unless your mailbox is full. If your mailbox is full, then Pelipper will not come. Yeah, so we're just gonna store the little letters from the Pokemon Rescue Team Federation because we don't need to know the basics. So let's see. Oh yes, we're absolutely gonna keep. Well, I'm not gonna do it right now because I got these three. But you definitely, any job that's got a Reviver Seed, you definitely want to grab it because that's about to be lit. And we're also gonna check our friend Magnemite here. This is it was recruited based on the story, but he's a really good mod. I mean, if you look, he takes a lot of XP to level up, but for being level 6, if you look at his stats, it makes sense why he takes 2,000 XP to level up, because his stats are right about on par with ours. And I really like using Magnemite in this game, so I'm definitely going to have him join. I so glossed over that very quickly though, so let me show you that again. So if you want, if you go to one of your friend areas to try to add a Pokemon to your team, you just walk up to them and obviously talk to them, and then you'll see this menu here. I also want to change his IQ to exclusive move user right now while we're here. You always want to make sure this is turned on because that'll mean that they won't use the A attack, they'll only use their actual moves. I know I mentioned this before, but just want to reiterate it because it is pretty... It makes your lives a lot easier. And then, I can't change his moves right now, but, actually, I've never done this before, but I think I'm gonna link those moves together, Metal Sound and Thundershock, since they have the same PP. Yeah, I actually think I am gonna do that. You can say farewell to a team member here as well. Like, let's say, for example, you decide you want 3 Zigzagoons. Your friend areas have a limited amount of capacity, so if you want to recruit every Pokemon, you can't have more than, like, basically the evolution line's allotment of a certain Pokemon. So if you have 3 Zigzagoons, you know, you only have enough room for Zigzagoon and Linoon if you want to complete the friend area. So you'd have to say farewell to one of them. But that's how you do that. You can also check their summary as I showed you when I showed them his stats. You can give and take an item from them in their friend area, which is pretty handy. And this is the best place to go to give Pokemon gummies as well. When we get to the point where we have gummies that, you know, the Pokemon that we care about actually can eat. This will be you can also eat them in a dungeon, but don't quote me here, but I'm pretty sure that the boost and the benefits are higher if you eat them in the friend area. And then, but if you want them to join your team, you literally just go up to the top, hit join team, they'll join you for adventures. If you don't want to bring a Pokemon with you, or you brought a Pokemon, or you did that to a Pokemon on accident, you just go up and click standby. They'll leave the team to remain on standby waiting in the friend area. But we do want to bring Magnemite with us because he is my goat. But yeah, like I was saying when we were looking at Magnemite's stats, I mean, if you look, he's only level 6, mind you, as well. Which, again, it's weird to me that he joined us at level 6, since Bulbasaur and Squirtle are level 11. But I'm guessing that's just because of how good his stats are in this game. But if you look, 22, 21, 22, 22 for Bulbasaur. I mean, not that far off. And then same for Squirtle. Actually, if you really look at it, Magnemite is better than Squirtle in every single way, except for special defense, but it's only a 1-point difference. And HP. His HP is a little bit low, but I mean, you know, that's like still really high, all things considered. So, but yeah, we're gonna go to town really quick here. Just do some little odds and ends. I don't think actually I can buy anything, can I? Yeah, no I can't. Okay, so let's just store our money. Oh wait, actually I think I need my money to do what I want to do. Yeah, so actually, as I said, I actually want to link moves together for Magnemite. Let's just hit R and down. Yep, there we go. And then I want to link them together. Now you may be wondering, linking, what is that? And why did Thundershock Star go away and it went underneath Metal Sound? Well, oh, it didn't cost me? Oh, it did, okay. It just didn't tell me how much, but I think it was 150. It probably did tell me how much, I just wasn't paying attention. But the way that Mystery Dungeon works, kind of another one of the new features that was added for this game is the linking feature. And you may be asking, what is linking? So basically, what linking does is it allows you to use two moves at one time. So Magnemite will use Metal Sound and then Thundershock together, all in the same turn. That will be Magnemite, if he decides to use that move anyway. If he uses Tackle, then obviously he'll just use Tackle. But if he decides to click Metal Sound, then he will use Metal Sound and Thundershock in the same turn, and it'll be the same, that will be his turn. And obviously the reason why I linked Metal Sound and Thundershock together is because, for those that don't know, Metal Sound reduces the target's special defense stat. Oh wow, that was quick and easy. So that's literally all it takes to recruit Pokemon, is just you knock them out and they'll ask to be your friend. It's not going to always be instant just like that. I think we just got incredibly lucky with this Rattata, but yeah, we'll take him. Why not? Now I will say, the ability Runaway is an awful ability in this game. Like it's very annoying and it really sucks, because if the Pokemon that has Runaway, the HP falls below 50%, they'll get scared, as you see, or becomes terrified, as you see right there, and it'll flee when its HP gets low. Thankfully, if you're the leader, you'll resist that, but when you're a partner, you know, it'll be what it is. And as you can see, I don't think I went through Magnemite's abilities, but I can show you here with Rattata regardless. As I mentioned earlier in the series, if you have two abilities normally, they'll both appear for you, and both will be usable by the Pokemon in this game, which is kind of nice in some respects. But yeah, we have Rattata. Now, I will say, Rattata's not a guaranteed team member right now. He's not. There's Magnemites, by the way. He has both Magnet Pull and Sturdy. He's not a full-fledged party member quite yet. And obviously, just to double back really quick, I mean, I get he's level 3 compared to Magnemite's level 6, but look how much the stat differences is. Like, he's got half as much HP, and don't even look at his defenses, you know, and even his attack stats aren't that high. But if you look, actually, I should stop going so darn fast. If you look, Magnemite, Squirtle, and I all have yellow hearts. That means we are the team members, we are the guys. Rattata has a red heart. That means he is a team member, but he's not one of the guys. So, any Pokemon you recruit in a dungeon will have the red heart up until you clear the dungeon with them. Then they will become one of the guys. They will become one of your full-fledged team members. So you want to protect them at all. Especially if it's a Pokemon that you really want to have recruited, you want to protect them at all costs. Thankfully, in the Explorers games, they made a quality of life improvement, and they changed two things that I'm about to get into, but we'll get into the first one just because we're talking about it right now. That as soon as you recruit a Pokemon, they are on your team no matter what happens. That was a really nice quality of life improvement that the game made. And now you may be thinking, wow, Aiden, you got super lucky with that Rattata, but now you're getting super unlucky with getting these other Pokemon. Well, that brings me to the second quality of life improvement that the Explorers games did. It's not that I'm getting incredibly unlucky with these Pokemon, it's flat out that I can't recruit anymore. So in Red and Blue Rescue Team, obviously, it's the first game in the series, right? They didn't have everything perfect. They didn't have everything, I guess. I'm gonna say this, but I don't mean it the way it's gonna sound. They didn't have anything thought out and planned out, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying that they're bad games by that. I love these games to death, as you got, I'm sure, from the first episode when I was completely gushing over it and crying about the game being on NSO and everything. But what I mean by that is, they made a lot of quality of life improvements in the Explorers games from these original ones. And, a lot of times you're not going to think about that necessarily in your first game. Or, implement it at least if it was thought about. But looping back to my point after my side tangent, in the Explorers games, even after you have a full party of 4, you can keep on recruiting Pokemon until the cows come home. If you really wanted to. Which, that's nice because, if you wanted to bring a Pokemon like Magnemite, for example, or whoever you want to bring to a dungeon with you in Red and Blue, that means you can only, well, at least before the post-game, that means you can only recruit one Pokemon and that's it. You know what I mean? So, it does make, recruiting Mons and building the team a little bit tedious and time-consuming and annoying in the early game, but, I will also say that the amount of Pokemon that are actually usable in this game compared to the amount that's not usable, the ratio isn't as big as you'd think. Like, in the mainline Pokemon games, like, yeah, there are Mons that are good and there are Mons that suck, obviously. But it's you can basically beat the game with any party. Like, you might struggle a little bit more with certain parties, but you can, I've taken Eradicate in a Beedrill to the Elite Four before, like in Fire Red and Leaf Green. Like, it's not impossible. Did they get used much in said Elite Four? Well, no, not really. Well, Eradicate did against Agatha with Shadow Ball, but you know what I mean. Like, it's not like they were the aces of the squad, but it's possible to do. In this game, however, you really need to check the stats of the Mons to determine if they're going to be usable or not, because there are some that just genuinely are so bad. Like, I actually just recently, probably about 3, 4, 5-ish months ago, played through Explorers of Time. Now you may be wondering why Time instead of Sky. Well, the reason why was because I wanted to do that. I wanted to recruit as many Pokemon as I possibly could. And, oh, that was a good rescue job. I got money and a Reviver Seed and a Max Elixir. That's lit. I wanted to recruit as many Pokemon as possible so that I could use, level them all up and evolve them all so I could see, like, what Mons would actually be good to use. And there are some that genuinely, even when they're leveled up a lot, have stats that are as bad as, like, a level 5 Pokemon. No joke. And, like, I'm sorry, like, you're not gonna take a level 25 Pokemon that's got the stats of a level 7 Pokemon into a dungeon fighting level 25 Pokemon. You know what I mean? Like, it's not gonna happen. Oh, and also, by the way, whenever you see the text pop up that says the next morning, that almost always means that there's plot coming, and as you can see, we have plot. And who are these guys? Oh, it's that Gengar that we saw at the end of the last episode. Alright, why are you guys talking shit about my place? It's literally what I have on my back, so are you talking shit about me? That's messed up, bruh. I don't talk crap about you guys. Hey, now wait a minute. That's my mailbox. Funniest part about this is there aren't any rescue jobs in there because I cleaned my mailbox out yesterday. But obviously, you know, they have to have that as the dialogue just because otherwise the story wouldn't make sense, but it's still funny to me every time. But right, as Squirtle said, this is my mailbox in my house. You're technically invading on my property. Which is all a federal crime, by the way, especially the mail reading part. Well, actually the property is a federal crime, but you guys know what I mean. You guys are a rescue team? I gathered that by the fact you're stealing my mail that all you do is get up to no good. A Metacam, an Ekans, and a Gengar have their eyes set on world domination. I mean, at least 2 of them are fully evolved and decently viable, especially Gengar, but an Ekans is gonna try to take over the... Okay. Team Meanies is who they are. That's a fitting name for people set for world domination, and that steal people's mail out of their mailbox, which is a federal crime. Oh, yeah, Squirtle, it's okay that it's empty. We took all the mail out yesterday. Why am I concerned? I was the one that took the mail out yesterday. I get it, though, guys. It's part of the plot. Just play along. Oh, well, here's Pelipper right on cue to give us some mail. Ain't that something? It's as if it's scripted. Right, we're gonna get him the next time. Alright, Mount Steel, 200 Poke, alright. So, basically, what I like to do after every mission is I like to go to town, check what's happening. Oh, my inventory's full. And that was gonna be what I was next gonna say. Check and see, you know, like, store any items that are extra, check and see what they got at the shops. I'll combine those once I get into the dungeon. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, that's a lot. I'm gonna sell that blast seed, actually. Yeah, so we definitely, that's good. We're getting a nice stockpile of apples. And, actually a decent amount of orangeberries as well. Yeah, so as you guys can tell, like, having apples and reviver seeds and max elixirs and orangeberries in your storage, like, all stacked up on top of what you're carrying, that's the way to go. You want to try and get that as stocked up as possible. But I will say that I won't ever buy apples and stuff like that from the shop. The only thing I'll ever buy from the shop will be reviver seeds. Or I do tend to buy max elixirs if I'm, like, really short on max elixirs, but I tend to avoid that whenever possible. Oh, please. Okay, guys, I was gonna say, at least it's not a reviver seed. It could be a reviver seed, though, to be fair. Alright, let's grab all the Mount Steel ones. Except for that one. And, I mean, I guess I'll take this one, too, since we got the Tiny Woods one, right? But, we'll go to Mount Steel, since it'll give us a max elixir and some money. And it'll give us the most return on investment, if you will. And, yeah, so as you see now, Rattata is one of our team members. So now, if we were just, for some reason, to decide to bring it along with us on a rescue, it would be one of the guys. But I'm not gonna lie, like, as much as I do love Rattata and everything, its ability being how it is really makes it worthless. Because, like I said, and as the description for the ability said, if its HP gets low, it'll get terrified. And in this game, the terrified status condition kind of means what it says. They'll run away from everything and anything. Allies, enemies, they'll just run away. Which, you know, as you can probably guess on paper, is not a good thing. Because, see, there you go, so we did get a little lucky with that Rattata being so easy to recruit, because I've found in my past playthroughs that Zigzagoon is also very easy to recruit, and no dice that time, but not that big of a deal at the end of the day. But, you know, it's increased chance that a Pokemon would run away while they're running away will end up getting cornered at some point in time or make a move, as we've even seen Puchianas do when we were going through Thunderwave Cave the first time. You know, and they'll cross over again like that right in front of somebody, and they'll be able to get hit, and they'll get knocked out. And obviously you saw his defensive stats are very, very low. So it's not going to take much to not only get him to Terrified status, but also to knock him out. And it's not really worth the Reviver Seeds. So, and Magnemite is just all around better. He is my GOAT, Magnemite is. Oh, and look at that, there's a level up for me. Now I forget, are Squirtle and I super far apart this level? Yes, we are. I think, weren't we like 500 points apart or something like that? See, so I need 20, I'm gonna need 2600 to level up again. Oh boy. Squirtle still needs 763. Oh boy, that's a lot too. And Magnemite's at 1400. Okay, that's fine. Not that big of a deal. Hello, Pidgey. I love Mount Steel's track, man. It's definitely, yeah, like I said, I don't think it's necessarily in the top 5, but it's definitely, or no, Mount Steel, it was Thunderwave Cave that I was saying wasn't in my top 5, wasn't it? Or was it Mount Steel? Hold on. Great Canyon, Mount Thunder, Buried Relic. Oh yeah, no, never mind. It is in my top 5. I'm tripping. I was thinking of Thunderwave Cave. Thunderwave Cave's track is really good too, though. It's hard to not find a good track in this game, though, to be fair. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Thank you, Squirrel. You're amazing. Yeah, having ranged attacks in this game is actually pretty lit. I actually, like, even when Squirtle gets Water Gun, I will be keeping Bubble for the foreseeable future on him, definitely. Oh, I missed. Good thing this is special. Well, I guess it's quad either way, isn't it? So it wouldn't matter. Let's see, do we have a shot? And we do have a chance to recruit Geodude, I guess. So, I don't know, I can't remember off the top of my head, because I genuinely think it is just all RNG based, because I don't think it's like Pokemon, where like every Pokemon has a recruitment chance. Actually, I so lied to you all. Yes, they do. I so lied to you all. Completely ignore me. I just remembered that they do. And that percentage... But unlike Pokemon... Well, I guess in some respects, even in Pokemon, you can also change your chances of catching them on, can't you? Well, anyway. Unlike in the mainline games... you can increase your chances of recruiting a Pokemon by various things. One of which being your level. So once you get to certain level thresholds, I believe in this game it doesn't start until level 20. Don't quote me because I might be wrong there. But once you get to certain level thresholds, you'll get a little bit of a percentage bonus chance to recruit the Pokemon that you're fighting. There's also an item that you'll get in the post-game called the Friend Bow. I kind of wish that it wasn't so late into the post-game, or even really I kind of wish it wasn't locked in the post-game period, but I kind of get it as to why. But that'll boost you by, I believe, 10%. Which is good. And then basically what those percentages does is it takes whatever the Pokemon that you're battling, whatever their base percentage of recruit chance is, and then it'll add everything to that to give you your chance of recruiting them on. So for example, if it's a Pokemon that's got a 50% recruitment chance and you have the Friend Bow, now that Pokemon has a 60% chance to be recruited. And then I don't remember all the percentages that the levels give you off the top of my head either, but that would also be added to that list. Or to that Pokemon's base recruitment percentage. And so every time you would knock that Pokemon out, then you have that % chance to recruit it. And that's basically how it works all the way through the game. It's whatever their base recruit level. Oh crap! Whatever their base recruit level is, percentage is, plus whatever bonuses are added to it. That's bing bang boom straight to the moon. That's what the chance of recruiting them is. And obviously, of course, you have to have their friend area. If you don't have their friend area, it doesn't matter. You could be level 100 and have a friend bow. If you don't have their friend area, they're not going to join the team. That's obviously the big deciding factor in it all, is that you have their friend area. If not, then it's all kaput, basically. Oh no, don't want to leave yet. We got one more Geodude to rescue. It's kind of funny to me that it was every Pokemon we had to rescue here, except for the Pidgey on the very first mission, was all Geodudes. Especially because of the fact that Geodudes are found in the wild in this dungeon. I think that's so funny. Alright. And obviously we know the 9th floor is the peak, and there'll be nothing here. And we can't go any further, so it's time to head back, and that'll clear us another set of missions. So let's see what our rewards are here. Alright, 200. Never gonna complain about money. And definitely never gonna complain about a max elixir. Some more Graveler Rocks ain't too bad neither, I guess. Oh, some more Graveler Rocks, okay. Okay, well that one was kind of bad, but we just kind of took that one just because it was there. Oh, a Geodude asked us to rescue a Geodude. Isn't that cute? Another max elixir, love to see that. And we'll obviously be selling that Cherry Berry. And we've reached enough points now to where we've ranked up to the bronze rank. Which, that's awesome. I'm trying to think. I don't think that the rank of your rescue team actually matters to anything in the game, but I'm blanking now if it actually does or not. I think it might actually, but now I genuinely don't remember. But anyways, regardless of that, I do think it's a great place to wrap this part up. So I will once again ask you guys to leave me down below in the comment section if you, whenever it's gonna be a day like this where it's gonna be, you know, doing rescue jobs in between plot, if you guys want me to cut them out, to do that off screen, or if you want me to show it all, because obviously, you know, there's a chance that obviously we didn't on that last run through of Mount Steel, but there's obviously a chance that we'll recruit Pokemon whenever we go into dungeons to do the missions on the side, so I don't know if you guys want that to be shown, or if you guys don't care, as long as obviously I would show you what mons got recruited, or if you care that much about the missions getting done, but until I see one way or the other, I will keep them in. But if it gets to the point where you guys are like, okay dude, like we don't care about this, just we only want the plot, then obviously, you know, I can cut out the extra quote-unquote filler missions, if you will. But they are obviously a part of the game, technically. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry guys, that yawn snuck up on me. They are obviously part of the plot, and are part of the game, and, you know, are necessary, so that's why, like I said, up until I see, like, a lot one way or the other, I will be keeping them in, but yeah, like I said, guys, I think it's a great place to wrap this part up. So if you did enjoy this episode, please leave a like down below. I'd greatly appreciate that, and click that subscribe button if you guys are new. And don't forget to click that little notification bell so you guys do get notified next time videos do go live on the channel. And with that, I will see you guys on my next episode. See you later, guys.